I'll show you the Gerry Cooney connection in a second. That's Robin Reid there. He was top of the bill this night. And you'll see the Gerry Cooney connection in a second. I'm just gonna read you the write-up from the boxing news. Back in '95, when I came back after 3 years out of the ring, and moving up 2 weight divisions to fight the Midlands light middleweight champion Steve Goodwin in his hometown of Derby, he was ranked number 10 in the country at the time. And this is the write-up, and you'll see the Gerry Cooney connection, and I'll show you the Gerry Cooney Ken Norton fight, which is described, and my fight is compared to, my knockout is compared to, in this write-up. But anyway, I'll read it to you now. A terrific 6-3 show closer was marred by appalling refereeing as Midland area light middleweight champion Steve Goodwin was stopped in the 4th round by Leicester's comeback in Brendan Ryan. My old manager was from Leicester, and they didn't have the up-to-date information. I'm from Nottingham, and I was from Nottingham. Steve Goodwin was stopped in the 4th round by Leicester's comeback in Brendan Ryan. Nottingham's Brendan Ryan, that should be. Referee Moyes allowed Goodwin to take at least 4 punches too many after he was badly shaken in his own corner from a heavy left hook. Eventually, Mr. Moyes jumped in, signalling the end after 2 minutes 41 seconds of the round. But what was he waiting for? I was having flashbacks of the night Gerry Cooney hammered Ken Norton to defeat inside a minute at Madison Square Garden, New York, more than a decade ago. Goodwin, the local man, had been on top until then, but only Ryan's tough chin enabled him to survive repeated right hands, many of them flush to the chin. Ryan took 1 or 2 in the first, and Goodwin kept him pinned on the ropes in the second. I counted at least 5 right-handers which nailed Ryan cleanly in the third, but the only damage was some bleeding to his nose. Ryan returned the compliment and blooded Goodwin's nose in the 4th, before turning the fight around with a couple of thumping rights. The fierce brawling went on, and at one point Goodwin was pushed out of the ring. Goodwin started to tire, and a heavy left hook had him slumped over in his corner, still standing but out on his feet. Goodwin was allowed to take more blows as Ryan fired one after the other before the referee stepped in. Yeah, it was like 11 at night the fight was. It wasn't recorded. The BBC was there to film Robin Reid's fight. That's Robin Reid there. But they stopped filming by... Our fight was the last one on the bill because they wanted to keep the crowd there because Steve Goodwin was the Derby man, the hometown Derby man. Anyway, I'm gonna show you now the Gerry Cooney knockout of Ken Norton, which is what Claude Abrams, the boxing news editor who wrote that write-up, compared my knockout of Goodwin to. I'm gonna show you that now. Here it is.
Left hand to the stomach, and another right hand to the side of the head of Norton, who stands on the ropes. Left hand to the heart by Cooney. Norton bangs away now at Cooney in Norton's corner. And another left hand scores, and again, the legs of Norton wobble. Norton is hurt in his own corner. Cooney trying to measure him. Misses 2 uppercuts, but scores with combinations of left stands Norton straight up. Norton is about to drop. Norton is on his feet.
And that's what I did to Steve Goodwin, the Midlands light middleweight champion and number 10 ranked light middleweight in the country back in '95.